What's up, folks? This is Richard Haick with Zennie62. So the Oakland Athletics released finally the preliminary renderings of the Tropicana site's ballpark plans. It's a bit underwhelming. If you've been following any of it, it's a half-domed, retractable roof ballpark that seems to have everybody up in an uproar because there's so much weird stuff with it. My first idea is the St. Louis Arch, because there's a large arch going over the ballpark, and it looks like it's possibly holding up part of the dome. The sidewalls look like they're made of maybe glass. I don't know how they're going to keep the heat in or the cool out, or opposite, sorry. Keep the coolness in or the heat out if they've got windows. So, I mean, that might change. They might have some material that reflects all the heat and so forth. But the proximity to the McCarran, I think it's actually, I don't think it's McCarran Airport anymore. I think they changed the name of it. But I think it's the Harry Reid Airport. But anyways, it's just really behind the Tropicana, and that way they're going to have to augment the design in some way. It's already facing home plate, facing the strip, which is basically facing west. So it's not typical in orientation. So you'll have the sun in people's eyes, ostensibly, for those games where, you know, those dawn game, or not dawn, you know, those twilight games where the sun is setting on the mountains. You do have mountains there, so it does kind of block it a little earlier. But that big arch will probably be something to contend with the FAA. The more I look at it, though, the more it looks like the Coliseum. The turf itself is the Coliseum. It's the same shape, the same dimensions. It looks like they just took the playing field and photoshopped it in everywhere around until you get to basically past the foul poles, or what you would think would be Mount Davis. Looks just like the Coliseum. It's really weird. It looks like a renovated Coliseum. Now, granted, they've only had a couple weeks to slap this together. You know, it is what it is, and the plans will likely change. Just like we saw for Howard Terminal, we didn't see just one plan. We've seen several iterations of plans, and that will likely change in the coming weeks and months. The other thing is, there's just been some weird stuff. So apparently they pushed through they've cobbled together some bit of an agreement. We'll see how that goes. Now there seems to be a bit of a political tug of war with the governor and the legislature, where the legislature wants to pass their budget, which is quite a bit larger. They want to give an extra $2 billion to schools and so on, and Lombardo said that he doesn't want any more taxes, and this will definitely raise the taxes. And basically, they're saying, hey, if you don't pass our budget, we're going to hold up your special projects. One being the A's, and we'll see how that goes. They don't have a lot of time, and again, without a special session, which this is the governor's deal, so he will and he can call a special session, but they don't have a lot of time left. They have until June 5th to get this rolling. Not a lot of time. There's rumblings about them looking at another site beyond Tropicana. This time the oh great, now the fairgrounds, I forget what they call it now, but I haven't seen anything for real on that. That seems to be rumor at this point. But what Rob Manfred said yesterday, the commissioner, there's a lot of other things that need to happen. You know, if they get this legislation passed quickly, they could vote on it. The owners could vote on it as early as next month. But there's various studies that need to be done regarding traffic and whether or not baseball would work there. I forget what the study is called. But anyways, I'm blanking a little bit. I hate when I do that. I always blank when I do things on these live streams. Also don't have a lot of time to devote to this. But yeah, there's a lot of studies that need to be done still, basically about the feasibility of this ballpark. And Rob Manfred said that they haven't even started yet. So there's a lot of work to be done, a lot of ways for this to go. This morning, I don't know if it came out this morning or yesterday, Barbara Boxer she sent out a press release regarding the ballpark, and you know, her disappointment that this isn't going anywhere, and that the A's are looking at moving. It would be nice to have some leadership beyond Barbara Boxer. You know, it'd be nice to have Gavin Newsom on this. I mean, he did a lot of work on this and to get everything passed and through the legislature here to make this even possible. It would be nice to hear from him. Honestly, I think it would be nice to hear from the vice president. She's born in Oakland, but you know, she's got bigger fish to fry than MLB. You know, she's, you know, the vice president of the United States. Hello, Scott Steffens. Yeah, it would be nice to see some of these leaders actually go to bat for the city of Oakland, you know, so to speak. Pun intended, I guess, at this point. It wasn't at first, but now it is. You know, but it would be nice. They went and they pushed all of this stuff through. Nancy Skinner, all these people. I'm like, where are they now? They're all quiet. Speaking of people being quiet, where's East Oakland Stadium Alliance? These were the guys who didn't want it in at Howard Terminal. Sat there and talked about how they wanted to save the A's and Oakland sports by keeping them in East Oakland, but they're gone. Not a peep. Which kind of goes to show that they were an AstroTurf group who had no care other than to keep them out of the maritime business. And that's really disheartening, because if they really would have got together on this, I think the A's and the maritime businesses could have gotten this over the finish line. They could have gotten. I'm not giving hope in the A's in Oakland. The deal could fall through in Nevada. I don't have hope in either. I mean, so Ruffin said these are not serious people. Everything just seems to be just, frankly, throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. I mean, do they really? Are they really possibly looking at a third site? The festival grounds. That's what it was. Not the fairgrounds. The festival grounds. Same difference. So are they looking at that? You know, another person brought up possibility of looking at Rio again. I don't know. I haven't. This is all speculation, I believe. But you know, some people know what we don't. And it doesn't I don't put it past you. Or put it past them. I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you also, Scott. It's like these guys just don't have it together. And I don't see how anybody seriously looks at this and says, hey, this is a great deal for us. In a perfect world, they would do something in Oakland and leave that market for expansion in Las Vegas. And it doesn't occur to MLB. I mean, everything that they've done in Nevada should have gone towards, and this is originally what I thought was happening, was them doing the footwork for a possible owner in Las Vegas, and now it looks like that owner will be John Fisher. Anyways, guys, I got to get to a baseball practice here. We got tournaments coming up, so I got to run. As things happen, I'm going to come back and talk about some more of this. I need to pull some resources together here too, and I might come and do a co-broadcast with Zennie and we'll see how that goes, and hopefully it will pan out. Anyways, guys, take it easy. I will be back at some point here, and yeah, please like, subscribe. Zennie62. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Let's go Oakland.